make Bundesliga history today.
Hello and welcome to our live watch along on Let's Talk Sport this afternoon of the Bundesliga between Schalke versus the champions of Germany and the champions of Europe, Bayern Munich. While the game is about to get underway in just a moment or so, Schalke, the hosts, up against Bayern Munich. Thank you very much for joining us on our live watch along, and don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport if you haven't already. I'm Jamie Davies, and throughout this game we're just going to keep an eye on this one because really for Bayern Munich they've had a great weekend and they haven't even played yet. Mainly because of the fact that they have had to do nothing. I mean, they literally have had nothing to worry about. Mainly because Leipzig and Dortmund lost their games this weekend already. So Bayern Munich, if they get a win over Schalke, I think they go 7 points clear. So it's looking good for Bayern Munich before they play. The game has just got underway and it's Bayern Munich who will get themselves going with the kick-off. And of course it's an empty Schalke arena, which is an absolute real shame that we don't have fans in the stadium yet, because a game like this is where you really need the fans up against a really, really tough team of Bayern Munich. I mean, they've had some moments, haven't they, so far this season, Bayern Munich, but they're still top and they are still really the team to beat. They are the ones with the experience of doing it. So let's see what happens in this game. But I'm really looking forward to this one. It should be interesting. Feel free to join us on the chat page as well, and let us know your thoughts on the game or anything else in football at the moment. We'd really appreciate it. Just going to check with my stream because I'm the only one here to see if it's all working out okay. Making sure I'm not too loud. So apologies. Sounding all good. Perfect. So goalless at the moment between Schalke and Bayern Munich. If you want to know the lineups, it's on my right or left of the screen. That is the starting lineups and the expected formations between the two sides. Oh. So it's now I can watch the game. 3 minutes in, and it's Bayern Munich on the attack at the moment. Well, it's a shot just it's wide off the post, and it's Gnabry who with the shot there, and he actually got, if I can remember, he got a hat trick in this match, and this was actually the opening game of the Bundesliga season. And if you don't know, Schalke lost 8-0. Ouch. And really for Schalke, ever since, it's not really been great. And Schalke at the moment have to fight to try and stay away from relegation. They're in the relegation zone when I last checked, and Bayern Munich at the top of the table. So if Schalke could get anything from this game, it would be fantastic. Of course, there is Hoppe up front, who's their top goal scorer at the moment, who's given them some light, given them some hope. But is that enough? At the moment, he'll tell you it isn't. But it's better than nothing, especially when your team that's potentially going to get relegated. You want something going on. Sebastian True has joined the chat and is asking who will score the goals today, Jamie. Well, you tell me. You're a betting man. You like to you like to get yourself in the betting way and find out how it's all going, let us know. I mean, if normally Lewandowski, I would say, because that's a safe bet. It's a very safe bet if you ask me. I would say, because that's a safe bet. Oh. I'm just juggling a few things at the moment, folks. I will be focused on the game, just adding a few tags for our stream. Ooh. Come on. Let us know your score predictions. I'm sure a lot of you are going to go for Bayern Munich. But hey, you can be safe as well. If my mate Billy Pugh is watching, he's a big Schalke fan. And I hope you enjoyed your new shirts from last season. There was a big sale of Schalke shirts, and you probably wonder why, especially with what's going on there at the moment. But yes, it's not looking good. But as I say, there's always moments in games where you can win the whole thing and get yourself some confidence again. We shall see, though. I mean, is it another game where we see a hat-trick from one of Bayern Munich stars? I don't think so, because I just don't think they're playing well enough at the moment. Don't forget as well, later we do have a live stream of our watch-along of the FA Cup Classic tie of Man United versus Liverpool. Sebastian True has come back to us. He'll be in the live stream later. He says, is it too easy saying Lewandowski and Hoppe? Of course it's easy, but hey, if you get it wrong, doesn't look good, does it, mate? Especially if you put a bet on it. If you know what I mean. Seb likes a bit of betting. I don't. Yeah, I'm using a betting stream to watch the game. Sorry, Bet365. I'm sure you'll be fine. It's now with the back line of Bayern Munich. Well, Lewandowski just had a good chance there. First real chance of the game, probably. Oh, was Gnabry offside? No, actually, Muller was onside, I think. It was a header from Lewandowski, and as Sebastian betted on him, he was hoping that he'd get on the score sheet. He nearly did, hit the roof of the net instead on the outside, not in the inside. 7.5 minutes in. Flick watching on. And really, it's normal service for Bayern Munich this season, apart from going out in the Cup, which was a big shock. But at the end of the day, the top of the league could extend that lead at the end of today. And Champions League, of course, perfect for them at the moment. They don't start that campaign again until next month. Well, restart, you could say. Anyway, Schalke on the attack at the moment. It's with Harrod in the midfield. He pushes it forward onto the edge of the box. It's with Sudar with the header. Oh, just past the near post there. And I think it was Sudar with the header. It was a good cross as well. He was a free man. Boateng was right behind him. He had no chance of getting there to sort it all out. So I'm not really sure what the defending was from Bayern Munich. But Neuer had that post covered. So I think if it had been on target, I think the German goalkeeper would have saved it. Seb, if you are still watching, can you tell me if the audio and the background atmosphere is sounding okay? I'm sure it's fine, but it'd be good to hear from a viewer in case there's any problems. Always appreciated. Sebastian's actually got back to me with a question saying, know who scored last time Schalke beat Bayern? I don't. I must admit, I don't. I can't remember. When was that? Was that recent? It wasn't that long ago, was it? I can't remember. I can't remember. My memory's gone when I'm watching games, to be honest. Well, Gnabry had another good chance there. He loves Schalke, doesn't he? Maybe it's just that one team you just want to get a lot of goals against and get that confidence going. And the Schalke manager already biting his nails. It's only been 9 minutes, mate. They did have a good chance, though, with that header from Sidor. It's with Schalke now in the centre circle. Hoppe. He's having to defend it really well there from the Bayern Munich midfielders. Header forward only to be intercepted by Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies, as a Jamie Davis, so he's a proud man for the Davis clan. Very young defender, but has certainly impressed in Europe so far in Germany, especially by winning the Champions League. Well, we pretty much won everything last season, along with his teammates. Oh, Schalke now have the possession on the far side. There is other Bundesliga games going on today. I haven't got the fixtures in front of me at the moment, but of course there's FA Cup games going on as well. Now, when I last checked, Chelsea had beaten Luton Town. I think it was 3-1 at the end. There was a bit of a scare for them at one point. They were 2-0 up, and then Luton got a goal back just before half time. But Chelsea doing well under pressure there, because we all knew Frank Lampard was under pressure in this game if it wasn't going to look good. Could not afford to lose, that's for sure. Here comes Schalke. Schalke don't look too bad at the moment. There's 5 up front at the moment. Comes into the box. Oh, and it's a header. Oh, and it's saved by Neuer. And I think it was Mark Hoof with the header there. It's come down to the right wing now. That was a big chance for Schalke. Good save by Neuer. Keeps it out. Just leave it at all square at the moment. But, oh, Schalke. They love a couple of headers at the moment. That's 2 chances they've had. First time on target, though. They've had 2 shots on target, actually, from what the stats are telling me. Here they come again. It's with Becker. He's lost it, and he actually wins it back straight away. They come into the edge of the centre circle. Not the centre circle, the 18-yard box. The chip comes in. Oh, Boateng. Well, he got there. He headed it towards Neuer, but Neuer was a bit out of position. If there was a bit more power in that header from Boateng, it could have been an own goal. But looking back at the replay, it hit the knee of Neuer with that save from Oof with the header. Fantastic save. Keeps it at 0-0, and 11 minutes in, this has been a very interesting game so far. As I mentioned before, though, we do have a game on our hands. Both teams need it, really. I mean, a lot of people can say Bayern Munich don't need it that much, but believe me, I think they do. They're not playing the best this season, but they're getting the results when they need it. And here they come again. This could be a good chance for Lewandowski. Oh, he's gone down. Or was it Thomas Muller? Can't quite see. It's going to be a corner. There's calls for a penalty. I think Schalke might be okay. Of course, there is VAR available. I think it was Pavard at the end who ran in. I'm not sure. I can't quite see who it is. My screen's a bit blurry. Gransko, I think it was. He went down against the number 4 of Schalke. Wasn't really much in that. I don't think there's a penalty. Anyway, Bayern Munich have themselves a corner with Kimmich. Corner comes in, near post, flicks across. No one there for the red team. Oh, and instead, Alphonso Davies loses the possession. And now here comes Schalke against the runner play. Well tackled by Gnabry. And he plays it on to Sewell. But interesting game so far. 13 minutes in. Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 0 in the Bundesliga. Our first Sunday game of the day in the league. And our first Sunday game on Let's Talk Sport. And of course, I'll probably mentioned it so many times already, but a big game tonight. As you can see, I've got my United shirt on for Manchester United versus Liverpool. We'll be watching that on the YouTube channel. That'll be from 4:45 with a little bit of a build-up before the game kicks off at 5 o'clock UK time. I must admit, as a United fan, I'm very nervous. I feel like we should be the favourites for this, but I loved what Bruno Fernandes said in his interview with Gary Lineker the other day, which was no one's favourites in that rivalry come the match day. And I completely agree with him. It doesn't matter about form sometimes. Sebastian True's got back to say it was 2011 when Schalke last beat Bayern Munich. Wow, so at least, 10 years ago. And Raul scoring the goal, and he was fantastic at Schalke. What a transfer that was. He left Real Madrid. I can't remember how old he was when he left Real Madrid, but, he was a legend at Real Madrid. He won everything there. Him and Ronaldo up front, absolutely quality. And Zidane in midfield, Roberto Carlos in defence, Casillas in goal. That was the Galactico era. Everyone goes on about Galacticos, but no, that was the Galactico era for me. Real Madrid known for buying players, whoever's in form, whoever they think's impressive. Worldwide, for example, Kylian Mbappe will, I'm sure, have the opportunity to move there if Real Madrid are willing to pay it. Of course, finances are difficult for a lot of clubs right now, including the big teams. So we'll see, but the likes of Luka Modric at the moment, Toni Kroos, all these players that everyone knows worldwide. I'm not a Real Madrid fan, personally. I don't, it's a big club, probably the biggest club in the world. But I always like clubs that actually have a background in terms of creating their own success, if that makes sense. I'm not saying they don't, but they just buy the best players in the world for me, and I find that a bit boring. Hang on, here come Bayern Munich. Oh, Lewandowski couldn't get to the end of the pass in the penalty area. He gives his teammate the thumbs up, though. He nearly had it, and it'll be a Schalke goal kick. 15.5 minutes in. Still goalless. But, you look at teams like Ajax, they bring up youth. They really do focus on that, and they've brought up some fantastic players. I mean, look what they've done recently. De Ligt went to Juventus. Can't remember the transfer fee, but it was a lot of money. De Jong to Barcelona, again, a lot of money. And Van der Beek to United, which may not seem like a lot of money, but when you're bringing him up from the youth system, it's a lot of money made from it. It's been worth the build. And Ajax will keep doing that. Crew Alex are the same with their team in League One in England. I love success like that. I love it when a club has different systems that's not like every other team. As a Man United fan, we do bring in youth players, but we also as well bring in big players. We've got a bit of a mix of Ajax and Real Madrid there, you could say, when it comes to the recruitment side of things. Seb back with us again. He says, I'm going to say it now, the best is of Ajax is yet to come, Gravenberch. I'm not seeing him, to be honest. I've not watched much of Ajax this season. I'm a bit annoyed at myself, to be honest. I've not seen much yet. Well, Sane looked like he had handballed in the box. Sane actually made a fantastic debut appearance for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga against Schalke at the start of the season. I think he got 2 assists. He got a goal, and I think he got 2 assists. I might be wrong, but I'm a big fan of Leroy Sané. I think maybe Pep made the right decision in not keeping him. But I was a bit... It did make you think, really? He was involved in a lot of goals for Man City in his time, though, I thought. He was always mentioned in the score sheets, even if you didn't watch Man City, and you just saw the results at the end of the day or something, you'd look at certain players who've done well, and it was always Sané, I thought. Along with Aguero and Sterling, for example. But Sané is just one of those where I feel like Rackham Lowe should have played him at the World Cup. I don't know if they would have kept them from the group stage execution, which was an embarrassment, especially when they lost to South Korea 2-0. But that was a great game. Great for neutrals to watch, especially for South Korea. Biggest win of their World Cup history, I think. Well, it's going to be a free kick here for Schalke, and it's inside their own half, and it was a bit of a challenge there on Hoppe from, I think it was Alaba. Yeah, it was. And actually Alaba's been linked, speaking of Real Madrid, as we mentioned them before, he looks set to go to Real Madrid in the summer, which is, I think, good business. But does that mean Sergio Ramos is gone? Because who do you keep? Rafa Varane or Ramos? Because let's be honest, neither of them are going to accept being on the bench. They're world class. I can't see it. Sergio Ramos, it feels like the repeat of Iker Casillas when he left for FC Porto, just gets thrown out the exit door, which deep down Real Madrid will appreciate his contribution to the club in all the years he's been there. But I think for Ramos, I think it'd be great for him to go to another club. I'd love to see him at another club. And I think whoever gets him have done very, very well, good business, because there's something about Ramos. I love defenders that are hard as nails, but also they get under your skin, and I think that's what you want from a defender. It's like Roy Keane or Vieira. They get under your skin in a way, which they want to create that war on the pitch, that anger, because they just want to do whatever it takes to win on the pitch. Can't go wrong with that. Some people think that some people would look at them and think it's very ugly to watch, but look, whatever it takes to win sometimes. Oh, a Bayern Munich fan just shouted, "Career, hey, career!" Yes. Are you a Bayern Munich fan? Tell us your name. Let us know who you are. Sadly, I can't read your language, I'm afraid. I'm not, I'd imagine that's Korean. I'm not entirely sure, so I do apologise. If there's any chance you can write out some English, that'd be fantastic, but nothing wrong with what you're writing. I hope you're enjoying the game. Anyway, it's an interesting one so far. Well, here comes Davies. Sane. Kimmich. Lewandowski, who's on the edge of the box at the moment. It needs to be a bit closer, maybe. Bayern really haven't had any chances to talk about, apart from Lewandowski's header early on. It's now with Muller. Thomas Muller's a great player. Nothing. You can't beat a Muller smile. Like if you're having a bad day, that's a nasty challenge just on the edge of the box there. Sane taken down, and it will be a free kick for Bayern Munich. Sane going down against. I'm not sure who made the tackle, but it was right in front of the referee as well, and I don't think he was going to get away with that. A simple trip just on the edge of the box as well, so luckily for Schalke it wasn't inside the penalty area. Sane will take that for the team, I'm sure. Now who takes it? Who takes this free kick? I'd say it's a six-man wall, it looks like, for Schalke. There's a couple of Bayern Munich players involved. Lewandowski is behind the ball, so is Alaba. You'd think Lewandowski would go for it. He loves a goal, as we all know. I think it is going to be left for him. Well, instead, it's a short free kick. He goes for it. Oh, straight at the keeper. Oh, and it's a double save. And I think it was Gnabry with the reaction of the save who made the shot, and it was a great double save from the Schalke keeper. He had to do it. Stays at 0-0, and it'll be a throw for Bayern Munich on the far side. And Schalke live again. (2020 to 2021) champions, I'd imagine you're typing there on your message to us. Well, I can't see anyone but Bayern Munich win the Bundesliga again. It's an incredible achievement. Ooh, was Lewandowski pulled down? The referee says play on. It's back with Manuel Neuer on the halfway line, which is typical. That's a normal day for Manuel Neuer. Typical day. Here they come again, though, Bayern Munich. They're just going to keep showing waves and waves of attacks. Here's Gnabry now. He's got it across the face of goal. That to be cleared away by the Schalke defender. And it's going to be a corner kick. And I think if I could just double check the corners so far. Ooh, don't have... Where's the stats? I've lost my stats. That's great. At the moment on target, I've had it on target twice, both teams. Here comes the corner. Across the face of goal. No one there. Here they come again, Bayern, and it's straight at the goalkeeper, Kimmich, with the shot on target. The third shot on target in the game. 24 minutes gone. Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 0. Let us know how you're feeling. How is everyone? Harsh Pandy says, wear specs so we can see the match. Wear specs so we can see the match. Not sure what you mean. Let me know what wear specs so we can see the match. Not sure what you mean. Go on, let me know what you mean. Hello, I am a second-year Munich fan from Korea. Nice one. Well, you've certainly not been disappointed, have you? You've Bayern Munich being kings of Europe, cup winners, champions of Germany. Can't go wrong at the moment, my friend. I think they come again, the Bayern Munich defence. It's all Bayern Munich last few minutes. Schalke could do with getting themselves back in the game, really, because they're defending at the moment, which is expected, but they know they've got a big mission to try and stay up this season. And they're at home, which is it an advantage? I don't know in this current climate. Oh, and there's a header. Oh, and it's from Gnabry, just past the far post. There was a crossing from Lewandowski, and then the header. I think it hit his shoulder at the end. He had to duck a little bit to make the connection. But back with the other side, it was Hoppe who had the shot, I think it was, and Neuer had to make the save. I missed that. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Harsh Pandy. That's very clever. That's very clever. Hang on. I don't really have specs, but I've got these fake 3D glasses, which... Would that work? There's no reflection, is there? Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I don't have any specs. I don't wear them. I'll wear these for the game, though. Maybe there might be a little reflection on the frame of the glasses, but we'll have to see. Of course, for any of you watching, feel free to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport for more of these live watch-alongs. Oh, Spandy, I'm loving that. We'll have to give it a go. We'll have to try. I'll have to find some glasses for you and see if you can catch a little glimpse of the game. Of course, we have to be careful when we live stream, you see. If we get any footage of the match, I think our channels could get blocked, which I'd love to help people out, but I don't want to lose my channel for it. But we'll have to figure it out. It's clever though. I like that. I didn't think of it like that. It's not a bad way of doing it. We do have a new subscriber. We're on to 298 now. So thank you very, very much for that. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support, guys. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 0. 28 minutes nearly. Amy, Harriet, I'll just forget that. Gnabry has a go. Oh, nearly got the last touch off Muller. Goalkeeper was stuck to his position there. He wasn't concerned, it seemed. Gnabry with the cross in. Actually, it was Kimmich at the end who tried to get to the end of the delivery to get the last header at goal. Oh, and Goretzka does well to win the possession back as Schalke on the front foot. And a foul against Alphonso Davies, so that'll be a free kick to Bayern Munich. Have any of you got any bets on this game? Has anyone got a bet on this game? Let us know. Who's going to score first? Let us know who you think's going to score first in this game. Is it going to be Hoppe for Schalke, Lewandowski for Bayern Munich, or Gnabry, who Gnabry got a hat-trick the last time these two sides met back in, I think it was September or August when the current season started. Harsh Pandy said, yeah, no problem. Oh, thank you. I hope that was you. I hope that was you with the subscription. Really appreciate it, mate. If so. The annoying thing is, YouTube has this thing where you can't sometimes get notified who's subscribed. You have to just refresh your page, and just obviously you have to just notice that the numbers have either gone up or gone down. It's really weird. Sometimes you get notified of a certain person that's subscribed. Sometimes you don't. I don't know why it does that. It's really, really weird. I'd love to know all the time, because I'd always like to give them a thank you. We always really appreciate it. So yeah. Sebastian True saying, "What's with that pitch?" Haha. Yes, I like bad pitches. I know some people moan about it, but like at the end of the day, both teams are playing on the same pitch. But we've seen quite a bit of that, haven't we, Seb, in the Bundesliga? Stuttgart was really bad when I saw them a couple of weeks ago at home. In the distance, it doesn't look too bad, but when you see the cameras on the goal lines and all that, it's nearly the old-fashioned football style where you'd have mud patches on the goal line, which I miss, to be honest. I love stuff like that. Old-fashioned football. Here comes the corner for Schalke. Then, Neuer had to save it. Double-handed save. It comes out the box. Schalke still have the ball in their control. It's out to the right wing. And I think Lewandowski's just intercepted. He has done. And now it's with Kimmich. He pushes the ball forward to try and find Gnabry, I think. Or was it Davies? No, it's Davies. And Davies wins a throw-in. And that can give Schalke a moment to just get their players back for this wave attack from Bayern Munich. Alan25 says, "Go Bayern lead from first half, please. Have you got a bet on Alson? Let us know." Sebastian True says, "Should have seen Sittard versus Ajax today. It's because of all the snow." It's funny, isn't it? I was watching a bit of the Chelsea game earlier, and you could see that they have obviously cleared the pitch, but there's still a few snowflakes here and there laying on the ground. And Seb is also asking, who do you think is making top 4 in Germany this season? Well, Bayern Munich, Leipzig. If Mönchengladbach can carry on this form against the big teams as well and get these wins, especially from home, Mönchengladbach. Frankfurt, no. It's quite amazing that they're 5th at the moment. I think they're doing very well, and there's been a shot there, and Bayern Munich going for the rebound. Nope, Schalke deal with it, and they'll make the clearance, and it approaches the halfway line. But again, Bayern Munich having to have frustration from the Schalke goalkeeper. He's doing splendid today. Very good save again. Bayern Munich still trying to find the first goal here. 31 minutes gone. I think Mönchengladbach, Leipzig, and Bayern Munich. Dortmund. I'm going to say Dortmund as a safe bet. If this form carries on, then my God, it's not going to look good. And this is a club that has 3 very world-class players, I think, of Sancho, Haaland, and Bellingham. Might be too early to say that about Bellingham, but he looks like a first-team player regular, and he looks fantastic at the age of, what, 16, 17? It's amazing how much confidence you can get at a club like Borussia Dortmund. If I was an agent for a young player and I just wanted him to get game time and he was good enough, I would always go towards Dortmund. It works. It's just a great club. But that's the worry. They don't want to lose those players in the summer if they don't get Champions League football. Haaland's not going to play Europa League football. Sancho certainly won't. And let's be honest, Dortmund, at some point, especially with these COVID protocols and all that in place where fans can't come in, they'll take the money. They'll need the money, because think about how much money's being lost on match days with every club at the moment, especially the bigger grounds. Anyway, here come Bayern Munich again. And the ball comes in, and it's a header. Oh, and I think it's Thomas Muller. He has scored. Bayern Munich find themselves a goal up now. It's taken them some time, but 33 minutes in, and Thomas Muller scores with his head. Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 1, but they've had to fight for it so far. And the goalkeeper is finally beaten, despite all the saves he's already made in this game. Looking back at this, I think it was a cross. Who was the cross? I'm not sure. I think it's Lewandowski again. No, I'm not sure. Well, the cross comes in, and then it was Muller on the far post. It's Kimmich with the assist. What a play. Look at the cross if you're watching the game at home. Fantastic cross. Schalke defence, no chance. And Horst Pandy says, yeah, here we go. And Alson 25, you've got that wish that Bayern would lead from the first half. There you go, my friend. They are in the lead. I better change my score, actually. 1-0. What a game we've got here. Apologies if I'm wearing these daft glasses. I just thought I'd carry on as a joke with Harsh Pandey there. Moran says, yeah, Bayern Munich, yep, it's looking good for them so far, mate. It's 1-0, 35 minutes. Here they come again. Oh, and the ball comes in, and this time they couldn't get it to Gnabry. Gnabry, on his day, he can be fantastic to watch. And actually, Schalke with a big kick onto the back line for Bayern Munich's defence to comfortably sort out, with Manuel Neuer getting to the end of it. What do you folks think of Manuel Neuer these days? I still think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. A lot of people aren't sure. Is he the best goalkeeper in the world? Probably not anymore, but you can't go wrong with a goalkeeper like himself. You know, with all the experience he's got. He's won the World Cup, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Bundesliga. He's done everything. Of course, let's not forget, Manuel Neuer is against his old club of Schalke. As a United fan, as you can see, I remember when United played Schalke in the 2011 semis in Champions League, which for Schalke was a fantastic achievement to get that far. Sadly, they weren't difficult really. Like we got 4 goals at home against them. Oh, big moment there. Gnabry trying to go in for the header. Had to be dealt with by Becker. It's going to be another corner for Bayern Munich. But I just remember when you had Neuer in goal and you had Raul and Huntelaar up front, and that was, you know, they certainly helped them get that far. They even beat Inter Milan, the champions of Europe at that time, by knocking them out, which was incredible to watch. I think they beat Inter Milan 5-2 as well at San Siro in the first leg. I might be wrong. Feel free to correct me. Anyway, Kimmich with the corner. Doesn't find any red in the box, and it's gone out for a Schalke goal kick. Sebastian True, mistakes versus Hoffenheim, Leipzig, Stuttgart saves. He should make against Dortmund, Lokomotiv. Love the player, but way off it this season, in my opinion. Harsh Pandey said it would be really sad if Schalke get relegated. Last year they were phenomenal. It's really weird, Harsh, because I mean, funny enough, myself and Sebastian True's in the chat. Actually, no, he didn't make that game. I actually remember specifically where it was. It was on my birthday, 29th of November 2019. Me and my friends went to go and see Schalke live. I can't remember who they were against. I think it was Union Berlin. I think it was Union Berlin. And they won 2-1, and at the time they were at least in the top 6 of the table. They looked like a team going for the league. Now, it was early days of the season, but Bayern Munich weren't at their best, so there was a threat towards them not defending the title. And what happened? They had a really bad second half of the season, and they haven't sorted themselves out since. And I agree with you. I'd hate Schalke to go down. A friend of mine called Billy, he's a big Schalke fan. He loves Schalke. Not really sure why, just loves Schalke, but he really was gutted. It'll be really good if they go down. Schalke's a great club. Abraham M says, please I'm not sure what he's trying to end there, but he says, hello. Hope you're well. I'm sure you're delighted with the scoreline so far, with Bayern Munich 1-0 up, thanks to Thomas Muller with his header opening the scoring. 7 minutes to go until half time. Schalke have been a little bit quiet since that goal went in. At the moment they've got themselves a goal kick with their goalkeeper, of course, but obviously. Abraham asking, bro, what do you think? Who do you think will win, Jamie? Well, I mean, I'm going to go with Bayern Munich. It's a safe bet. It's an obvious one for me, but who knows? You never know. Schalke, if they really want to save their season, they've got to be up for this. They've really got to go up for this, and just go for it, because a team like Bayern Munich, they do have weaknesses. As Seb said in the chat page, Manuel Neuer can be one of those. Oh, lost the timer there. Oh, it's back. It's back. Sorry, folks. Who do you think will win, Abraham? I'd imagine with your picture on your YouTube, you've got the Bayern Munich badge in the background, so I'd imagine you are going for them. I think at the moment they should be fine. It's now with Schalke on the back line. They can't get through even in the midfield. They're being beaten. Oh, the Schalke got a bit lucky there, I thought. Goretzka being penalised for a foul and deep into Schalke's half. So Schalke will have a free kick. 5 minutes to go. I'll say this now for Schalke. You know, they're only 1-0 down. If it stays like this at half-time, they've just got to have a good team talk, sort themselves out. They've had moments in this game to get a goal, so they can definitely do it. But Bayern Munich, when they get the rhythm going, they are very difficult to go against and to avoid conceding, of course. We're at 300 subscribers. Hey! Thank you very much for my new subscribers there. We've reached 300. That is absolutely fantastic. I will take these glasses off now though, because I feel I look a bit stupid when looking at my page. Harsh Pandy said it would be good if this match ends in a draw. Bayern can still make it to the top. As a neutral fan, Harsh, I'd like to see a draw at least, because, as I say, as a neutral, you want the title race to be really exciting. I'm not saying it's over if Bayern win today, but it's another weekend where they gain points while their rivals around them are losing points. So it's a big one. It's a big game, really, for Bayern Munich. I still think it's a game that they should... Obviously, it's a game that they should win. But, you know, they know there's a bit of pressure on them, because this is the opportunities to make that statement and go, look, if you mess up, we're going to take the points when we need it. And I just loved what Neuer just did then. He picks up from a Schalke cross and then just spins the ball around his body like that. I love it. He's just great, Neuer. He's such a great goalkeeper. As I said, not the best of seasons apparently, but he's great. Who doesn't love Neuer? So really oh, and I think there's another goal. No, he's offside. I think it was Sane. Sane offside. Well, they checked VAR. It just came out of nowhere, really. It's yeah, Sane's offside. I think it was Kimmich. No, it was Muller on the right wing. Found Sane and then hit Sane. It was actually Gnabry it was Sane who was offside, but it was Gnabry who scored the goal. It's a disallowed goal. Remains 1-0 for Bayern Munich, but it was not that far off. It was very close. Very, very close. And there's a picture that they've just shown now on the stream where there's a big Schalke mascot in the stands on his own with the flag of Schalke on his shoulder. I think it's just a I don't think there's anyone in it, but it's really sad to just see one person in that stand. You just want to see fans back, don't you? Hopefully soon, folks, we will have fans back, because boy, do we miss that atmosphere. I mean, especially in Germany, the noise there in those stadiums is absolutely electric. If you've never been to Germany to watch football, do it for a weekend. Tickets are cheap. They're quite accessible to get. It's not about season ticket holders like it is in England. If you're like me, you live in England, and it's not easy to get into Premier League games unless you are either a member of a club, which you have to pay for, or you're a season ticket holder, which we all know is very expensive. So yeah. Abraham says Lewandowski is in the form of his career. Yeah, absolutely. He should have won FIFA Ballon d'Or. Why was it cancelled? Why was it cancelled? FIFA Ballon d'Or, I don't understand why all the other awards happened, but they cancelled Ballon d'Or. I get at the time maybe it was a bit because they weren't sure if anything would go ahead, but this was during when football had restarted as well around the world, so We still had football in 2020. We only had 3 months off in terms of the big leagues and all that anyway. So yeah, I think even though it won't go down as a record, I think we all know that Lewandowski would have been a Ballon d'Or winner. It's such a shame. Anyway, Bayern have themselves a corner. It's with Leroy Sané on the near side. He crosses the ball in. Headed away by Farman of Schalke. And then the ball comes back in and straight to the hands of the Schalke goalkeeper, who's had a lot to do in this first half. Just seconds to go until we reach half time. What can we expect in the second half, folks? What are you expecting? Let us know your... What can Schalke do? What does Schalke need to do to come back in this game? I know the obvious thing would be score a goal, but they're not showing much presence since Bayern Munich got the lead. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport if you haven't already. We'd very much appreciate it. Here comes Sané now on the left-hand side, brings the ball in. First man for Schalke to clear it away. Still with Bayern Munich now, just about 30 yards out. Now with Schul, Gnabry. Oh, oof. Oh, had to get rid of it. Muller. And it looks like it's going to roll out for a goal kick for Schalke, and that could be maybe the last kick of the first half. It's only 1 minute of stoppage time. And Schalke have this goal kick. About 5 seconds remaining of the first half, and I'm sure the referee will end the first half. And he... Oh, no, he doesn't. It's a free kick. Right. Well, yep, it's half time now. So, not the first half Schalke were hoping for, but Bayern Munich, in their bid to expand their lead in the Bundesliga table to 7 points, it's so far so good. And Flick, well, he's actually still on the sidelines, and not sure if he's having a word with his players quickly before they walk into the tunnel, or the referee. I'm not sure if he's unhappy with anything. But either way, it's so far so good. So at half time, it's Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 1. And the goal scorer to make it at 1-0 was Thomas Muller. And it was a great header, free header. And despite that, there was a couple of chances from Schalke. There was the header from, I'm not sure which Schalke player it was, but it had to be saved by Neuer. And that was the early chance. And then the Kimmich cross to Muller was an absolute fantastic header. I'd love to see Kimmich in the Premier League. Will he ever go? Would he ever leave Bayern Munich? I don't know. It's early to say. But Kimmich last year was one of the best midfielders in the world. A lot of people would say Thiago, but nah. I think Bayern Munich are okay without Thiago. Not completely. I'm sure they'd love to have still had Thiago, but for how much he went for as well. And actually, just when that goal was scored, Huntelaar was watching in the stands, and I don't think Huntelaar's available today. Which I actually forgot that Huntelaar has gone back to Schalke for the remainder of the season. At least I think he has left by Ajax for good, which we all thought he was going to retire at Ajax, but maybe he'll be at Schalke instead. So looking at the possession in that first half, 37% to 63% between the two sides. In terms of the dangerous attacks, it's 59 to the 10 with Bayern Munich, and says it all really. On target for Bayern Munich, it's 6. Schalke with the 4 on target. And then off target, Schalke 1, Bayern Munich 9. And there's been 4 offsides against Bayern Munich and just the 1 against Schalke. What are your thoughts on that first half, folks? If you want to put in our chat page, let us know your thoughts on the game. Harsh Pandey says they are just depressed. When you start the season with 8-0 loss, it's just really hard to get back on track. Yeah, I think it's funny how one game can really mentally get you off, and in terms of, it's so easy to doubt yourself and think, are we really going to be good this season? Are we really going to achieve anything if we play like that? But you just got to get on with it. You got to forget about what happened and just get on with it. It's a tough one for Schalke to start the season like that. I thought it was just Bayern Munich being really, really good, because this was weeks after they won the Champions League. They won everything on offer, and they looked that good, because especially when they beat Barcelona 8-2 in that quarter-final, which was just crazy to see. Doesn't matter what form Barcelona were in, to lose 8-2, and with Messi in the team, that's mad. Shouldn't be any excuses in my eyes. But at the moment for Schalke, it's completely destroyed them. And if they don't get a goal in the second half, it's another defeat for them this season in the league. Sebastian True asking, who could Schalke realistically buy to help their relegation fight? I have no idea. What's their budget? I mean, I don't know what Schalke's... I mean, they've bought Huntelaar, haven't they? Which... It's great in terms of social media and all that to announce a signing like him, but is he really going to do anything? Is he even going to be able to play 90 minutes? Because when he was obviously at Ajax for so far this season, he was on the bench. But I think he is. I don't think he is a sub. From what he was wearing in the stands, he was wearing a hoodie, casual clothes kind of stuff. So I don't think he's available today. I haven't checked the bench, but that doesn't look good. I just wonder. I mean, how much was Huntelaar as well? I'm not sure. I've not really read into it. But who they need? Do they need another goal scorer? Hoppe's been leading them so far, from what the stats will tell you. Doesn't look good either way. Abraham M says, I think Bayern will win with a good margin. Go on then, let us know your scoreline for the second half. What do you think it'll be? 4-0, 3-0, 4-1? What do you think it'll be the final result at the end of the game? You're probably wondering, why am I wearing my Man United shirt? I'm sure you're aware that one of the biggest games in English football takes place later on today between Man United and Liverpool. I can't wait. Well, I'm nervous as well, because we don't want to lose to Liverpool. And a winner has to be decided, of course. The FA Cup replay system has been scrapped for this season. Probably for good. Don't know. To help with the scheduling, of course, being very tight at the moment. But who knows? I think United will do it. If you watched our Final Whistle show last night, there was me and Joe Stanley, who's a Liverpool fan, who, of course, expressed our thoughts on the game. He'll be there watching the game. So will Seb, who's in the chat page right now, and Luke Tanner, who's a Liverpool fan as well. So I'm outnumbered. It's 1 versus 2 in terms of United fans versus Liverpool fans. I love how I said United fans. It's United fan, because I'm on my own here. But I'm looking forward to it. Let us know your thoughts on that game. Who do you think's going to win? Who's going to go to the 5th round in the FA Cup? And don't forget to subscribe. We're now at 301 subscribers, which is absolutely terrific. So thank you very much for that. We really appreciate it. Been able to stream in the halftime music. Harsh Pandy, that's the closest I could get for you in terms of getting the stream by getting the audio from the stadium right now. The halftime music entertainment. Great song as well. Actually, of course, with Let's Talk Sport, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So do give us a share. Just going to give the link a share now, as I haven't yet. Criminal of me. Normally I do before the game even kicks off and we're at half time. Who do you think the man of the match is so far? Is it Kimmich? Is it Muller for getting the goal? Is it the Schalke goalkeeper for all the saves he's made despite them being 1-0 down? Abraham says, guess who will win 2020/21 season European Golden Boot? Oh, that's a good one. Muller. Gnabry. I can't put my finger on it. Surely it's Lewandowski. I mean, how old is Lewandowski? I need to Google that. He's 30, 31. I might be wrong. But yeah, you're right what you said before. Peak of his career. Can he do any better? I'd love to see Lewandowski at another club. I know Bayern Munich fans would disagree because you love him, but you just want to see players like him try it out at other clubs as well, like you see with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I guess Cavani at the moment being at United now, and what he did at Napoli and PSG beforehand. One of the top goal scorers in Europe in the last 10 years, which is some achievement to do it for that long as well. You know, we've seen Ronaldo go to other countries and prove it. He's won the league in Italy, he's won the league in Spain and in England multiple times. Some achievement that. I'd love to do him. I'd love to see Ronaldo back in England and try and do it with United, of course I would say that. But Abraham, yep, Lewandowski, 31. Oh, he is 31. That was a good guess. I kind of knew it, I guess. And Harsh Pandy saying, I'm going to come here every time when Bayern plays. Oh, thank you very much. You're more than welcome. We, of course, do Bundesliga matches regularly as watch-alongs. It's normally just me or Sebastian True, maybe, as one of our guests to watch the game with. So, yeah, we would definitely love to carry on doing more games. Sebastian True, Leipzig versus Leverkusen next Saturday on our Final Whistle. Yep, that is true, Seb. In case you're wondering what Final Whistle show is, it's normally a show that we do at the end of the Saturday in the evening kickoffs. We review all the results from the world of football, and then we preview the rest of the games on the weekend, and we do a bit of a quick watch along on the games taking place while the show is on. We did it yesterday for the first time, and you can watch that back if you really want to on our YouTube channel. The video from that is up. I mean, will there be any substitutions at half-time from Schalke? Could that help them get this equaliser? The one thing I love about the Schalke Arena, I keep forgetting I've been there, but it's a fantastic stadium. Again, I will seriously say this to any of you lot watching, and you've never been to Germany, go. Whenever fans can go back, do a weekend of it. We were able to do on a Friday night we did Schalke versus Union Berlin. We were staying in Dusseldorf throughout the whole time. That was our HQ, you could say, in between games. We stayed in Dusseldorf, got a train to Schalke. We actually had the whole day around the area. It was fantastic. We even got to join fans in the bar. It was so much fun. It was so good. And then, yeah, we had all that.
Welcome back to our
Then
coverage
Saturday
of
we
Schalke
had,
again.
well, where did we go Saturday? We flew first thing in the morning. It was an early one at Dusseldorf to fly to Berlin to watch Hertha Berlin versus Borussia Dortmund. And Sancho scored in that game and Dortmund won 2-1. And that was actually Jurgen Klinsmann's first game as Hertha Berlin manager, which of course didn't last very long. And then the following day, which was my favourite game and my favourite experience as a fan in all three games, was going to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Now at the time they were top of the league and they beat SC Freiburg 4-2 on the Sunday, and that really topped off the weekend. It didn't cost that much. The planes to Germany cost not much. The place where we stayed at didn't cost much. We were hardly there anyway, so we didn't want to go to a fancy hotel or anything. What's the point? Just either get an Airbnb or just get even a hostel, as long as you got your own room, maybe. Who cares, you know? It's safe enough, I think. And yeah, the planes weren't too expensive. Probably the most expensive things were the flights, but that's probably expected. So the match tickets were cheap, as I said. They were accessible. It was fantastic. So yeah, I would fully recommend it. Absolutely. Well, it looks like the game is about to get underway. Well, actually, I say that. There's still no teams on the pitch. I thought I was hearing the commentator there introduce the game back, but it's still just the bench players of Schalke warming up on the pitch. Will they get to feature and help Schalke try and get that equaliser in the second half? Oh, they're starting to come out now. The Bayern Munich team are out. Thomas Muller leading the way, the goal scorer from the first half. And there's a footage of Huntelaar going back to his seat with what is probably a hot chocolate or a hot coffee or a hot tea or whatever he prefers. I'm hoping it's a hot chockey. He's not playing today, so I'm sure he can have a bit of sugar in the system. I'm sure he'll have to run it off tomorrow, though, if so. Well, we're just waiting for the second half to begin. And it'll be Schalke that'll start the second half. They'll be attacking from right to left in their blue shirt, white shorts and blue socks, the traditional home colours of Schalke 04. And Bayern Munich in the all-red kit, attacking from left to right. What can we expect in this second half? Will there be a fight back from Schalke? Or will Bayern Munich do as they normally do against Schalke and come out on top? As Sebastian True said earlier in the live chat page, the last time Schalke actually beat Bayern Munich was in 2011, thanks to Raúl, the legendary Spanish centre-forward. Feel free to put in the chat page your predictions for the second half. What can we expect? Abraham actually mentioned before that he reckons they can win by a bit of a margin. Bayern Munich, that is. It's with the back line of Schalke at the moment, with the goalkeeper having to pick up the back pass and clear it out the box. It's now with Becker down the line on the far side. He plays it across the midfield. And it's well intercepted by Granska. Now with the back line of Schalke again. Gnabry. Oh, when he goes on the attack now, he's got Sane and Lewandowski nearby. Lewandowski has his back towards goal and he keeps it away from his opponent, crosses it in. Schalke had to head it out. Oh, actually, it just stays in play. Becker with the header there. And he keeps it in possession. I think really the big game really is, it's probably obvious, is the Leipzig Bayern Munich clash when that happens again, because I think the only threat Bayern Munich have right now is Leipzig. If it wasn't for Mönchengladbach, I feel like that draw against Stuttgart, when Stuttgart got that late equaliser with a penalty, literally it was the last kick of the game, which denied Mönchengladbach all 3 points. I really think they would have, Mönchengladbach would have been even higher up in the league right now, I think, and probably top 3. And the way they've played against Dortmund and Bayern Munich recently by beating them both at home, which is a fantastic achievement. And the last time Mönchengladbach had beaten Dortmund was in 2015. Yeah, they're breaking records. And maybe it's too late. I don't know. I think mathematically they could still win it, but are they asking too much of Bayern Munich to slip up and for themselves to stay in winning ways and to be consistent? They didn't have a great start to the season, but I think Mönchengladbach at the moment are the team to watch. Not just because they're my team, but when it comes to German football, but them or Leipzig. Leipzig lost to Mainz yesterday. Not great. Anyway, here's Gnabry, who goes for goal, goes across. Couldn't get it on target. I'm not sure if that was meant to be a cross or a drive at goal. It looked like it was a shot at the end when you look at the way he kicked it. Becker did well to keep the run going against him, but Gnabry can't find himself a goal against Schalke in this encounter so far. He scored a hat-trick when they last met. I actually watched the highlights of that game last night just to remind myself of what happened. Scoreline I didn't need to be reminded of, but just who scored and how Bayern Munich played. Simple. Every time they went forward, they were literally about to score. It's like watching a game of FIFA when you're up against the computer on amateur. Just every time you go forward, you click circle on your PS4 and shoot, and it just goes in. Every time you touch it, it goes in. Very, very one-sided game, and that has probably really killed Schalke mentally this season, and that's why they're bottom. And Mainz won yesterday, so this is why Schalke cannot afford to lose, despite who their opponents are. And here they are now, Schalke. It's with Harrit. Plays it across to the left with Oxyka. It's now with Harrit again in the dangerous area on the left-hand side. Intercepted by Muller. Quite easily as well by Muller. Both players being number 25, so Muller, if you really looked at it as a number rivalry on the shirt. 50 minutes gone. 1-0 to Bayern Munich on Let's Talk Sport. Do give us a follow on YouTube, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. And not long after this game finishes, we'll have another live watch along of Manchester United versus Liverpool in the FA Cup. So stay tuned for that as well. Sebastian True, I think he's responding to what I said about Mönchengladbach, saying 11 points seems too much, unfortunately, unless he's on about Schalke, I'm not sure. But if you're on about Mönchengladbach, yeah, it's too much to ask, I think. Champions League football for them again would be a very good season. And they're in the Champions League still. They do play Manchester City next, which I'm looking forward to watching, because Man City, they're playing well, you know, they're getting wins, but they might get surprised by Mönchengladbach. I think they shouldn't underestimate them anyway. I'm sure they won't, but they're playing well at the moment. Schalke have themselves a corner. It's their first corner of the second half. It's going to be taken on the far side. There's 5 Schalke players in the box at the moment, but they're outnumbered. Anyway, here comes the header. Oh, and it just goes off target. It's Tasic with the header. He was quite far out with the header. Free header at the end, completely unmarked, but it went across and past the far post of Manuel Neuer. He had it covered again though. I think if it was on target, he would have kept that off the line. And now Bayern Munich on a fast-paced attack here with Alphonso Davies on the left wing. Makes the cross and wins a corner. Last touch coming off Becker. And they're replaying the corner here. And it was a good corner delivery to Tasic. And there was a couple of Schalke players that looked offside when the header came towards them. And they knew if they made a touch, it wouldn't have counted. Dangerous moment against Bayern Munich. And on the other side now, it's going to be a corner for Bayern, with Kimmich to take it on the far side. He's got the assist from the first goal in the first half. Corner comes in. So now with Goretzka, has a shot off target. And now it's Mark Hoof with possession. This is a counter-attacking moment here for Schalke. They're on the halfway line. There's 4 of them in the Bayern Munich half. Oh, and the ball across, no good. But it's 1-1 again. Oh, and Schalke trying to keep the possession going, but one of their players just slips up from a simple pass. That's unfortunate. And Kimmich intercepts. Lewandowski on the halfway line. Now with Muller on the right-hand side. Crosses it in. Oh, and a shot off target there by Kimmich. Unmarked as well. Across the face of goal. The cross was. It was a low ball delivery. And then Kimmich trying to get it first time. And unfortunately he misses the target. Could have been 2-0 there for Bayern Munich. Could have been Kimmich with an assist and a goal to his name so far in this game. No goals for him just yet. And here they come on the attack again, Bayern Munich. And it's a long ball in, and it's a good ball as well. Lewandowski, is it him? Yes! There you go. 2-0 to Bayern Munich, and that could pretty much bury the game already. 53 minutes in, and it's a well-taken goal by Lewandowski. A direct ball into the box. He picked it up nicely. A nice fist pump there from Flick, the manager, on the sidelines. And Schalke now 2-0 down, and Lewandowski yet again gets a goal. It's his first goal of the game, but he was always going to score. Now, was he offside? I don't think he was. He does well there at the end. He past the defender and the goalkeeper. He does it does very, very well. And it is now Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 2. It looks all dead and buried if you ask me. What can Schalke do now? They really are asking for it, I think, to come back from 2-0 down. I guess we were all really expecting it. I think now for Schalke it's to just make sure that Bayern Munich don't get carried away in terms of goals. Let's have a quick look at the table then if it stays like this. So Bayern Munich will go top. Well, they've stayed top, of course, and they'll be 7 points clear Goal difference of 26, so that's 12 ahead of Leipzig at the moment, unless they get more goals today. Leverkusen are third, 3 points behind Leipzig, which will be a big game next week, Leipzig-Leverkusen. And Leipzig will need to win if they want to keep up with Bayern Munich's pace. Wolfsburg, big win for them yesterday over Leverkusen to go level with them in the table. They stay fourth though because their goal difference is 6 goals behind of Leverkusen, and then Mönchengladbach in 5th place at the moment, 1 point behind Wolfsburg and Leverkusen at the bottom of the table. If Schalke do lose this game, they will remain 3 points behind Mainz. 3 points. That was very vital for Mainz yesterday with that win over Leipzig. Very rare to come by, and they got it. But they are 5 points behind FC Cologne, Mainz are, in which Cologne have a game in hand, which doesn't help them really. Can there be more goals in this? Let us know in the comments below, in the live chat page. Who do you think will score next? Will Lewandowski get more? Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 2, 57 minutes gone. I think for me in games like this, if I was Bayern Munich, I would try and get as many goals as I can. You're up against a team that can concede a lot. And there was, just replayed a moment there where I think it was a cross in from Kimmich that caught the upper arm of a Schalke player, but instead it's a corner. Kimmich with the corner with Sane. Alphonso Davies with the cross in. It's punched away by the Schalke keeper. Oh, and Gnabry couldn't keep it in play, and I think it's a goal kick. Yep, it'll be a goal kick for Schalke. Gnabry not having the game he was hoping for, I think. What can they do here then? Harsh Pandy saying, happy but sad at the same time. I'm a huge Bayern fan, but watching Schalke like this, they just don't deserve to relegate. I mean, I get what you're saying. There's certain clubs that, even as a fan of a certain team, you don't want a rival to go down. It's like me as a United fan. It would be funny, but to see Man City go down, it wouldn't be right. You want those kind of teams in the league. It makes it very exciting come those match days. You look forward to those when those fixtures are announced before the start of the season. In terms of chance there for Schalke comes to naught, and Bayern Munich can clear it. But yeah, no one wants to see Schalke go down. But we've seen some big clubs, you know, go down to Bundesliga too. Stuttgart are back now, but they were down for a couple of years or so. Hamburg are down there at the moment, which is another big club, big arena, a lot of big fan base. It happens. You can't keep them all in the same league, and I think the way it's going, Schalke are going down. But if they're going to turn it round, they've got to do it now. Maybe not in this game, but in the next few games that they've got coming up. Oh, big chance there from Serdar. He has his shot off target. He tried to curve it low into the bottom right corner from outside the box. It's a good effort. Neuer again, though, looked like he had it covered. He had to stretch for it. Instead, it hits the microphones behind the goal. Still 2-0 to Bayern Munich. Let's actually have a look at Schalke's fixtures coming up. They've got Werder Bremen away next Saturday. Could be an interesting game. They have to look at that as a winnable game if they need the points. And then they've got a third round cup game in the DFB Pokal, which is on Wednesday the 3rd of February. Late kickoff actually between Wolfsburg and Schalke. Of course, the cup is a nice distraction for a team like Schalke, but should they just focus on the league? If you ask me, they should. And then they've got Leipzig at home the next time they're at home in the league, 6th of February on a Saturday, 2:30 kickoff. They take on Leipzig, which, again, tricky game. Very, very tricky game. Let's actually have a look at Bayern Munich. What games have they got coming up? Harsh Pandy saying that mine's it reminds him of Leeds, seeing a team like Schalke potentially going down. It is, it's a big club with a good history. Sadly, though, the team's not good enough. And I agree with what you say. It's a shame when clubs like that go down, but that's how it happens. It all comes down to being good enough to be in the league, and they're not at the moment. Abraham saying, I am already damn sure that Lewandowski surely scores in this match. Yep. It was on the cards, wasn't it? He's got a goal to his name. Can he get more, though? What do you think? How many goals can he get? Here come Bayern Munich again with the attack. Ooh, shot straight at the goalkeeper from Gnabry there. I think he just really wants a goal. I think it was another shot. It could have been a cross, but instead it looked like he was going for goal. Still 2-0. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We'll be doing a lot more German football watch-alongs in the future. We normally do them on a Saturday with one of our 2:30 kickoffs. Let's have a look at Bayern Munich's fixtures. I was meaning to check. I think next month as well, I'll double check, but I think next month they've got Club World Cup still to go and win from their Champions League success last season. Let's have a look. So Bayern Munich have Hoffenheim next Saturday at home, followed by Hertha Berlin. Of course, they've got no cup game, so that helps Bayern Munich even more to just focus on the league and the Champions League. Hertha Berlin they go away to on the 5th of February, which is a Friday night game, and then they travel to, I think it's in Qatar, the Club World Cup, but they don't know who they play yet, but that is supposed to take place 8th of February. 6 o'clock kickoff in UK time, and then they've got Armenia at home in February on the 15th. Really, for Bayern Munich, the next big game really isn't until Borussia Dortmund on the 6th of March. So they've got some games there where they can just carry on winning and just hope that their rivals slip up and get a bigger lead in the table at the top, because I think it's really theirs to lose now. Harsh Pandey just said, now we know Schalke may lose. Let's just hope Neuer keeps clean sheets so he can break the record of Kahn. Oliver Kahn, legend goalkeeper for Germany and Bayern Munich. How many clean sheets, Harsh Pandey, has Oliver Kahn got? Because I'd like to know that. Let us know. I can Google it, but feel free to message me instead. Abraham says, what about David Alaba? In terms of, are you on about the fact that he's got a transfer to Real Madrid this summer? I think it's done. I think Fabrizio Romano, as some of you know, is a big journalist when it comes to transfer deals, and every time he tweets about it and says the famous words of "here we go," it's happening. I don't think he's actually said that yet about David Alaba, unless I'm wrong, but it looks set to happen. And I think it's a great transfer for Real Madrid, but you've got that problem with Rafael Varane and Sergio Ramos. One of them's got to go, and I can't see Varane going anywhere. So the rumours are going out that Ramos will leave in the summer. I think it'll be a great business for anyone who could get Ramos. Yes, he's older now, and that means you probably won't get many years left in him, but I reckon, 2 to 3 years? It's not bad, is it? Especially the experience he can bring into the change room and onto the pitch for your team. He's a leader in my eyes. Let's get the live table up, shall we? And I'm sure you Bayern Munich fans would love to see it. So here's the table for you. Doesn't that look good for you Bayern Munich fans out there? Top of the league. There it is on the right hand side of your screen. 2-0 still to Bayern Munich. Not much has really happened since Lewandowski doubled the lead. Ball through the middle there goes to none of the red players, and it will be back to the feet of the Schalke goalkeeper. Abraham M saying Real Madrid are trying for David Alaba. I mean, I'd imagine the deal's not obviously been done or anything. Harsh Pandy says they are tied at 196 clean sheets between Oliver Kahn and Neuer. I mean, he's going to beat it, isn't he? Whether that's today or the next game, he's definitely going to beat it, but probably today. I'm sure he'd really want another clean sheet, not just because of the record, but also just to be for this season as well, you know, to get his hands on the Golden Gloves. See what I did there? If you've just tuned into Let's Talk Sport, thank you for joining us. It's currently Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 2 after 67 minutes. The first half goal from Thomas Muller, free header, thanks to Joshua Kimmich's delivery, separate the scoring, and then Lewandowski getting into the box, and as he always does, finds the target, doubling the lead for the champions of Europe. And Schalke at the moment will remain rock bottom if this continues. And if you have just tuned, feel free to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We'd really appreciate it. And if you have done, let us know in the chat page, and we can talk anything about this game, Bundesliga in general, or other football going on today. Can Oliver Kahn's record be beaten today by Manuel Neuer? And at the moment, there's a bit of a nasty collision between the goalkeeper and a Bayern Munich player. It was when the Bayern Munich player was jumping for it. It was Koeman. He was trying to jump for the ball. It was a loose ball, trying to go for the header. It was above him, and the goalkeeper got there instead, and he made the header to get it out of his penalty area. And sadly, both players collided. Koeman should be okay to carry on as he's running it off. But it's funny, isn't it? Like, there was this one commentator I was listening to once when Bayern Munich were playing, I think it was Mönchengladbach. It was about a year or so ago, and he was an English commentator, but he kept saying every time Kingsley Coman had got ball, he kept saying "come on, come on," and like, you know, when they attack and they start to shout their name a bit louder because they're getting closer to the target, they go "come on, come on," and it was it was like, it just sounds like he's saying "come on," not Coman. I mean, I might be wrong, but isn't it Kingsley Coman? Isn't that how you pronounce his name? If I'm wrong, do let us know. Harsh Pandy says they just have to make sure they don't give away another goal at last minutes like they have in last few games. Yeah, you're right. All it takes is Schalke to get a goal back. There's 20 minutes to go. If they could get a goal back, all it takes is one moment to just change your confidence. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich have the ball in Schalke's penalty area. It's with Koeman. Crosses it in. It's with Kimmich. Oh, on the face of goal to Lewandowski. Couldn't get the touch he wanted to get the goal and get his second of the game and to make it 3-0. I think Bayern Munich would just like one more goal just to be sure. With Alaba, he starts the attack. Future. Ooh, Lewandowski with the shot, and it's off target. There'll be a goal kick, and he puts his hands to his head. Does well to shield the ball from his opponent and then keep the run going. Had a go with his left foot and past the near post. A bit wide at the end. There's going to be a Schalke substitution Looks like it'll be a double substitution for the hosts. Who's coming on? Who's coming off? So it's Bo Jalib who's come on. And that's for Hoppe. So Hoppe's gone. So we won't see anything from him today then in terms of goals. I think he had a couple of moments for Schalke in the first half, but I think he was starting to get found out by Bayern in the second half. I think he was starting to get a bit fatigued maybe. But to be honest, the whole Schalke team look a bit fatigued in terms of trying to push the ball forward. It's not really happening. And it was Schoppe who went on for Harrod. So that was a double substitution for Schalke. Abraham says Pakmas. What happened to that Korean Bayern Munich fan? Are you still there? If you are, say hello. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Well, Schalke have just had a big moment. It was a shot that just went wide, and if it was on target, I don't think Neuer would have got to it. Would have left him for dead, which we all know Neuer needs to get one more clean sheet to break Oliver Kahn's total of clean sheets as a Bayern Munich goalkeeper of 196. That's crazy. That's a lot of clean sheets. Neuer is hit and miss for some people these days, but to still have a record like that, even if it's not at your prime, it just shows. I think that's what I love about goalkeepers. They're not easy to find to keep long term, because goalkeepers are long term positions for me. A lot of them do retire not until the age of what, 38, 40. You can go on for a long time in football. I mean, look at Buffon. He's what, 42 now, unless I'm wrong, and he's still the Juventus goalkeeper. Okay, he's not in every game, but Szczęsny's there now, and Szczęsny deserves a bit of game time. I like Szczęsny. I think he's good. I thought he was all right at Arsenal. But with goalkeepers, you have to have some trust in them, and to hope that they are your long-term solution. You know, you have this thing with Chelsea at the moment, and I don't know if you saw it today with Chelsea against Luton, but Kepa made an awful mistake when Luton scored. Should have been saved. Not much power behind the shot. Hit his glove and it went in still. And that's just not going to help Kepa. And he needs to. Chelsea just need to let him go. It's clearly not working out. Here comes Schalke again, looking for that goal. Cross comes in. Boateng reads it well though. That clean sheet being under threat from Neuer. Schalke have it again on the right hand side. Free chance at shot goal. Ooh, just wide. It made Neuer stretch. It was Markoof with the shot off target. He had a bit of space around him, and I don't blame him for giving it a go. All it takes is a moment. And instead he hits the sponsor boards behind the goal. Neuer looks as though in a slow motion replay is just quickly telling his defenders to probably be a bit tighter. I wonder if they know. I wonder if they can remember that he's only one away from beating Oliver Kahn's clean sheet record. So thank you, Harsh Pandey, for sharing that fact with us. It's a very interesting one. Pandy saying he did concede goals this season, but have saved most among all of them. He's not the best. He's not like he used to be, Neuer, but he's still a good goalkeeper in my eyes, anyway. Here come Bayern again then, and it's with Kimmich, and his shot is off target. He's got an assist. He really wants a goal today. Him and Gnabry have had a few efforts, but they just can't find the net. 14 minutes to go. Two assists for Kimmich. I apologise, Seb. Did he get the second assist? I do apologise. He's so good. He's so good. Hey up, we've got a legendary striker coming on in a moment for Bayern Munich. It's Choupo-Moting. I find that transfer a bit weird, to be honest. I'm not. What do you Bayern Munich fans think of Choupo-Moting? I mean, don't get me wrong, he was part of a good PSG team that got to the final of the Champions League and of course lost to Bayern Munich, but I don't know, it's a weird transfer. I wouldn't have touched him, to be honest. It's crazy to think he played for Stoke City. Mad. Abraham M saying that as a goalkeeper, Neuer is a world class. Yeah. I think he's great. He does make mistakes, but all goalkeepers do. Who is the best goalkeeper in the world right now? Can anyone even name one? I would have thought it was Oblak, but that was only from last season. But to be honest, I've not seen much of Oblak, but the saves he made against Liverpool in that Champions League game at Anfield were quite breathtaking. Schalke have a corner. Can they find themselves a goal? Can they threaten Bayern Munich at all from this 2-0 lead? Instead, it's intercepted by Kimmich, and it's a free kick that he's taken quickly. It's now to Kingsley Coman. And when he gets past one man on the right wing and he gets taken down, he gets up and keeps the ball going. He's going to go for the cross. No, he has to try another way. There was a Schalke player in the way of his cross, so he kept the possession instead of making the delivery. Now with Alaba, looks to the left wing with Lucas. Back with Alaba, now with Lucas again. And there's just a stat coming up with Lewandowski. 1 goal to his name today. Shots, the total was 4, and then shots on target was 2. Excuse me. Sebastian True responded to what I said about Oblak, no doubt. Yeah, he probably is the best goalkeeper. Yeah, again, Atletico Madrid, they just always have, their recruitment is so good. Let's not forget De Gea, Courtois. You know, some good goalkeepers in the last few years at Atletico Madrid. Strikers as well. They always seem to find 1 or 2 good strikers, don't they? Fernando Torres, Aguero, Diego Costa, Griezmann. Great players. The only thing that's missing for Atletico Madrid is the Champions League. And Bayern Munich have just made the substitution. Choupo-Moting coming on for Robert Lewandowski with 10 minutes to go. Do join us at 4:45 UK time, that is, for our live watch along of Manchester United versus Liverpool at Old Trafford in the FA Cup 5th round. I'll be there, and so will Sebastian True, Joe Stanley and Luke Tanner. And at the moment Bayern Munich have a corner, and it'll be on the far side. Nastasic with the last touch, but actually the ball actually went out of play before it hit Nastasic, so it should probably be a goal kick for Schalke. And they've just got the cameras on Huntelaar, who's watching on. He looks very cold. He has his Gazprom blanket over his legs. Bayern Munich corner comes in. Oh, they should have gone in. I don't know how they kept that out, Schalke. I think it was Kimmich with the last touch. I'm not sure. Was it Schürrle? I couldn't quite see. Schalke keep it at 2-0 though. Bayern Munich thought they had their third goal for a moment. I agree with you there, Abraham, saying that every goalkeeper, most of them are pretty good, but their situation makes it bad. I do think it comes down to the defence as well of who you've got. If you've got some world-class defenders, can't go wrong. Simple as that. But if you've got... there's goalkeepers like Kepa. It doesn't matter about your defence, but Kepa makes mistakes. He makes some easy mistakes. De Gea has now and again made some mistakes, but as a United fan, I'd have De Gea still as my number one goalkeeper. Dean Henderson is a great goalkeeper to have as your number two at the moment. At some point, though, you can't keep both, I don't think. It comes down to that they want minutes, especially Henderson. He knows he could be a number one keeper for England. I'd say he's competing with Nick Pope at the moment. Be sure to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport if you haven't already. Meanwhile, it's throw-in for Bayern Munich, and Lewandowski, just seen there on the camera, he's sitting down in his big coat, and he looks very happy with his performance today, and his team, who are on the verge of going 7 points clear. As if you look on our screen, you can see on the right-hand side we have the live table coming in from the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich will go 7 points clear. Well, Schalke, you don't see it on the live table there, but they will be rock bottom. And there's a header from Kimmich off target, and it's gone out for a throw-in, goal kick, sorry, for Schalke. He's had a few moments, Kimmich. He's got 2 assists, but he can't get a goal at the moment. Let us know in the comments chat page right now. Will Schalke stay up? Can Schalke stay up? Will they avoid relegation? Let us know in the comments. If you ask me about who I think if Schalke will stay up, I don't think they will. There's just not enough presence up front in my eyes. Schalke have themselves a free kick. Oh, had to be headed away from the delivery. It's still with Schupp. Couldn't get the cross in to find any of his teammates, and now here come Bayern Munich on the counter. It's 3 against 4. Gnabry. Oh no, it's not Gnabry. Is it Gnabry? No, it's Marcelo. I think Gnabry went off. Marcelo goes for it. Oh, had to be saved. Well saved. Thomas Muller into Seps and crosses the ball in. Goalkeeper should get there, and he does so. It's another good save. Could have been more goals in this for Bayern Munich, but the Schalke goalkeeper has challenged it. Good goalkeeper. Abraham M asking, who will win the UEFA Champions League this year? Good question. No idea. We did an early prediction at the start of the season. We did do a predictions video on the Let's Talk Sport YouTube channel, which you can find under the category of football. I actually just went with a bold prediction of PSG finally winning the Champions League. They're still in it, but this could be their last chance to probably win it for a while, because Mbappe is rumoured to leave. I think he should stay, if you ask me. Neymar, of course, is in their team. There's something about PSG that they're not the best at the moment, but I think they could. Who knows? Who knows? Sebastian True saying, what about my bold prediction? I think if I can remember, yours was Barcelona. And I don't see why they can't. Look, when you've got Messi in that team, you can do it. Let's not forget as well, though, we do have two legs back in football, which Barcelona hate second legs. if the last few seasons will tell you that. And even when they had a one-legged game against Bayern Munich, they got absolutely bad 8-2. To be honest, it's hard to go against Bayern Munich at the moment. Here they are again now with Coman. He has a go, and it's another good save. It was on target, and it'll be a throw-in on the near side for Bayern Munich. 4 minutes to go. Bayern Munich don't look the best in the world right now, but I think they can do. They've got the team to do it again. Problem is, though, retaining the Champions League never happens unless you're Real Madrid. From what they've done a few years back when they won 3 years in a row under the management of Zinedine Zidane. But I'm not sure. I think if you're gonna right now, I'm gonna say Bayern Munich. And I'm sure you'd be delighted me to say that, Abraham, but I'm going to have to go with Bayern Munich. But my original prediction was PSG. Now, it'll be funny if I get that wrong. Abraham says Messi has a 2-match ban, and Seb says it's not in the Champions League, though. It must be in that's in La Liga, isn't it? Because he got sent off. First time ever he got sent off as a Barcelona player. Which just shows how shit it's going for him, really. As in, not him in general, I mean just him with the club. It's just not going well. He needs to go. Anyway, we've got a free kick here with Bayern Munich. It's with Kimmich as he crosses it in, and it's header at goal, and it's 3-0. And I think it's Thomas Muller again. He gets his second goal of the game. It's a good goal, and it's Kimmich again with the assist. Oh, it's just brilliant. Fantastic. Bayern Munich, 3-0 now against Schalke, and Schalke, well, it's just looking worse and worse for them, isn't it? Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 3. Thomas Muller with his second of the game. Kimmich free kick in from the right wing. Oh, now there's calls for offside here. No, there isn't. No, what am I saying? I'm reading that wrong. It is going to be 3-0. What a game. I think, really, if you ask me now, who should be man of the match? Because I think it should be Kimmich. 3 assists in this game alone. That's a fantastic achievement. Doesn't matter who you're up against. That's a fantastic display. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe, especially after that goal. Less than a minute to go now. Schalke, I think Neuer is going to get that clean sheet. Harsh Pandy, which you mentioned earlier, and there's another shot. A goal! Oh, and it's gone in! Oh, it's David Alaba, the man who's been talked about in the transfer market over the last few weeks. He's just got himself a goal, which, well, it's way outside the box. Oh, dear. The goalkeeper, despite all the saves he's made, I feel like he could have stopped that. He had plenty of space, and David Alaba goes for goal. Oh, straight through the hands of the goalkeeper. Oh dear, I think that could have been saved. And it's such a shame to see a camera shot of the mascot literally watching from the stands and just putting his hands to his head. Oh, so depressing, isn't it? Like, it's a great win for Bayern Munich, but Schalke just 4-0 down. What is going to happen now? Because Schalke just don't look like a team that are going to stay up, I'm afraid. This isn't good. Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 4. Completely ran away with it now, haven't they? Well, it's over. Full time. Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 4, and they're showing the cameras on the mascot again. Oh, it's so depressing. It is over. And that's it. Full time. And what a shame. One absolute shame for Bayern Munich. Sorry, for Schalke. What am I saying? but it's just not looking good. But that's it. Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 4. Thomas Muller with 2 goals to his name. Lewandowski getting a goal. And David Alaba, the man that everyone's talking about at the moment, getting a goal as well, despite all the talks of him leaving the club in the summer to join the Spanish giants, Real Madrid. So that's it. So what happens now? So that means Bayern Munich stay top, of course. 7 points clear over RB Leipzig, while Schalke are rock bottom. And they will be very, very devastated, because that will not help them at all in their future games to try and stay up this season, especially with Mainz winning at home against RB Leipzig yesterday, which was an unlikely win, but they got the win, and Schalke are in trouble. And the mascot, the pictures of the mascot at the end of this game just said it all, really. It sums up the mood going on in Schalke right now, and even their new recruits and their recent legend for Schalke, Huntelaar, had to watch on, and maybe he's wondering, was that the right decision for him? We'll find out between now and the end of the season. But my thanks to all of you who watched the game, especially for you who subscribed. Do stay tuned. We'll have another stream coming up in about half an hour with our live watch along of Manchester United versus Liverpool. I'll just quickly read some of your comments. Kimmich, masterclass from Abraham. Absolutely. If you ask me, he's the man of the match. Do you agree? Was Kimmich the man of the match today? 3 assists to his name. A hat-trick of assists. Not many players can say they do that week in, week out. Abraham says he's also subscribed. Thank you very much. Horst Pandey says Kimmich as well. Really appreciate your support. And Abraham also says, I don't think that Bayern can't win this year's UCL. It's only my opinion. We'll see, mate. We'll see. And Harsh Pandey says, bye then, just going to study anatomy now. See you at next match then. Thank you very much, Harsh. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport if you haven't already. And remember to like this video. See you very soon.